He straight up asks if the admin would yank school lunches over trans athletes, and the secretary dodges hard.
The Education Department, your department, proposed a rule change that would pull federal funding from schools that don't allow biological males to compete against girls in sports. Mr. Secretary, yes or no? Does that mean that your department would take away school lunch programs for needy kids because a state or a school won't allow a boy to compete against a girl in the sports?
So going back to the civics, if I could.
I'm asking you a question. Do you support taking away school lunches from kids who go to schools where boys aren't allowed to play on girls' sports teams?
We are promoting the most rigorous, intensive academic programming under the Raise the Bar. I would love to share more information.
Do you support taking away a school lunch from a needy kid? A kid who it might be the only warm meal they get every single day because that school won't allow a boy to compete on a girls' sports team?
I'm proud of the work we're doing.
It's a yes or no question, Mr. Secretary.
I'm proud of the work we're doing to make sure that all students
Madam
feel
Chair,
safe in school.
the answer is yes. This administration would take away school lunches from kids who need that lunch, maybe the only warm meal that they might ever get. Because of the radical agenda of this administration, I yield back.
It's honestly surreal watching this unfold, when a simple question like, what is a woman, turns into a philosophical standoff. You know we've drifted far from reality.
I'm not done. Define what a woman is, in your opinion.
Relevance, point of order.
Thank you very much.
It is relevant, and point of order not recognized. I would like you to answer that, because you are speaking on behalf of a bill that involves pregnant women, and I would like to get your take on that.
Mr. Chairman, I'm speaking in opposition to a bill related to the domestic violence against people who are pregnant.
Against a woman who is pregnant. That's in the bill, not people, woman. So I would like you to explain, in your definition, what a woman is.
Mr. Chairman,
Yeah.
there are people who identify as different genders who are capable of getting pregnant. That is my position on this. I am not going to feed more into the bigotry of that question.
Okay. Thank you. I just want to make a comment of the reason I asked that question is there's two different philosophies in this room regarding this bill, and I think it is relevant to this bill. And I concur with Senator Rogers. It's a sad day in our nation where you have a bill that's being run that is protecting pregnant women. Just a few short years ago, we knew what a woman was. We knew men could not get pregnant. I still believe they cannot get pregnant. I was called a bigot this morning because of that philosophy.
Most woke folks can't handle real talk. When faced with facts, they either shout, shut down, or straight up walk out.
How about this? I give you the mic, and we hear what you have to say. And then I'm going to answer you, and you'll hear what I have to say, what everybody else here has to say. Does that sound like a good deal?
I don't need a mic. Yes. I can speak louder.
Well, stand up, tell me your name, and state your question.
My name's Alexis Case, and I grew up here.
Okay.
In this town. LGBTQ is a serious situation in this world today. There are children that get bullied because they are gay, they're lesbian, they're transgender. I don't need that.
Okay. You're welcome to have it if you want.
I don't need it.
You get to ask your question, but after that, you're going to hear me give my answer. So I'll let you finish.
What is your stance on LGBTQ?
Good. Thank you for your question. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to go into a level of depth that I don't usually go into on a campaign trail, but I'm going to do it because you asked the question. You deserve an answer. LGBTQIA, there's so many letters, they've just added a plus at the end. That's where we are now. What's going on? So the same movement, because if we're going to call that one thing, let's play it fair. The same movement that said that the sex of the person you're attracted to is hardwired on the day you're born. That was the premise of the gay rights movement, for it to count as a civil right. That movement is now saying that your own biological sex is totally fluid over the course of your life.
Hypocrite.
You can't believe both those things. Well, I think I'm going to get to a deeper state. That's where I was about a year or two ago, but I think there's something deeper going on, and I'll tell you what it is. So the same movement, and by the way, let's think about the women's rights movement in this country, which said there's many ways to be a woman. You can have long hair, short hair, you can wear a skirt, you can wear jeans. Now says that Oh, if actually you want to behave a certain way, that means you're a man. So I think that the hypocrisies go all the way down. And I'll tell you what's going on. You can't believe both of those things at the same time if you're operating according to principles of sheer logic. But you can if you're adopting a faith, a cult-like belief system. So this is controversial for me to say, but I'm going to tell you what I think. I believe that transgenderism specifically is a mental health disorder. I believe it's a mental health condition.
Okay.
Well, no. We're going to finish this. This is good. We have to have open conversation in this country.
If you're tired of the nonsense and ready to fight back with facts, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss when the woke get wrecked. Drop a comment below. Let's keep this conversation loud and unfiltered.